We're just gonna.
Oh yeah.
Or
just wait for some people to jump on. We're just gonna bullshit right now. I'm gonna go open up. What's up, fuckers? Well, there goes demonetization. Sorry about that. Let me pull up this other. Let's see. Do I have one open right now? Yeah, here we go. Share. Usually just takes a minute or two, and then I get people realize we're on, and they'll jump on and say what's up. Let's see what we got going on Bloody Disgusting today. Well, what's up, everybody? Anybody's watching this in the future? How are you? Josh came over to hang out for a little bit today on my birthday, so we're chilling in person. Hold up. This doesn't look right. This still doesn't look that right. Let's go with... No, it's the camera's going to be stupid, huh? Right? Hey, we're just going to go this way for now. But, yeah, we're just chilling for a little bit. I don't think Josh has a long time that he can stay. But I just wanted to jump on and hang out for a little bit.
Like 30 minutes.
Cool. Wifey's at work right now, so what am I doing anyways? This is how you know. This is how you can tell how old you are. Is you're like, okay, it's my birthday. It's a pretty cool, big birthday. I'm gonna go do a live stream, and hang out, and do what I do for work. Hey, you know what that also tells me is that I enjoy my job, which is probably a more important thing.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Man, dude, I didn't know that I had Paramount Plus, so apparently I do.
Do you?
Yeah, so I can watch the new Scream.
Nice. I think it comes out on Blu-ray like next month.
I'm psyched, dude. I'm gonna pick that Blu-ray up immediately. Let's see here. And people are trying to sell me the weirdest shit. Dude, I have like since I buy, sell, and trade anything that has to do with movies and music on any format, really. I don't really care what the format is. I get the strangest stuff. People will be like, hey, do you like somebody right now? And if you're watching this for some reason, I'm not trying to talk shit. What you have, I actually am interested in. But they're like, hey, you buy VHS tapes? What about these 4 Sonic the Hedgehog tapes from like the 90s? I'm like, I mean, it's strange, but hell yeah, bring that over. That sounds right up my alley.
Yeah.
But
cool stuff is cool stuff.
Cool stuff is cool stuff. That is a fact, dude. So, did anybody happen to catch my stream I did last night? The strange thing about the Johnsons. Who are these ugly bastards? But
that's definitely not me.
What's up, Jamie? What's going on? Hey, Josh.
Hey.
Hey, Julie. What's up? I don't know if you knew this, but that's Julie from the antique market.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, dude. I've been talking to her on here, like little bits here and there for a long time. Had no idea it was her. And then one day, I don't remember how I found out, and it just kind of fucked me up a little bit. I was like, what? Had no idea.
You're Pagan Wheels?
Right? I'm like, hell yeah. High five.
Dope.
But I watched that movie, The Strange Thing About the Johnsons last night. And I don't want to ruin it, so I'm not going to, because it's a short movie. If you haven't seen it yet and you're a fan of Ari Aster or anything A24, anything more on the highbrow side, elevated horror, thank you, Scream, for that. Fucking, I hate that term, but it does make sense. It does make a lot of sense to use that term. If you're a fan of that stuff, you might dig it, man. It is not for the faint of heart. It is a fucked up story, man. But when I saw it, and the thing is like there's levels to it, man. And so you're watching it and you're like, dude, that was fucked up. And 5 minutes later, you're like, oh, it gets worse. And then you're like, 5 minutes later, it's only 30 minutes. How many times can it get worse? A lot of times. A lot of times, dude. It's wild.
That's why it was when we were talking about making a short film, it's like you can do a lot in 10 minutes.
You really can. And
really
I now have been inspired to like maybe rewrite some stuff. But
yeah, you don't realize how many things go into like a short.
Also, thank you, Julie, by the way. Yeah, dude, you can put, I mean, in that 29-minute movie, there's so much complexity, so much uncomfortable dread.
I need to watch it.
You should. I'm having a hard time not talking about it because it impacted me, man. Like, and also at the same time, if you watch it with my live stream, you probably wouldn't enjoy it. But since it's such a heavy subject matter, like I'm a smart ass, so I was cracking jokes the whole time. I had to, dude. If I just sat there watching it, I would have been pretty depressed.
Really?
Yeah. I compared it as far as like effectiveness to like we need to talk about Kevin.
Oh yeah, I think I saw you write that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the same, but it has a similar tone.
That movie's tough.
Dude, have anybody seen that? Have y'all seen We Need to Talk About Kevin? Whoa, buddy, that is a fucked movie. Like,
yeah, that one's really tough.
I don't understand how people go, this is a great movie. I've had people tell me at my store that a Serbian film is their favorite horror movie. And I'm like, first off, that tells me something about you.
Yeah. Don't you think they're just kind of being edgelords though?
You know, I think, but I've met a couple people that I'm sure they're not.
Yeah.
It depends on the person. Jamie, you talking about We Need to Talk About Kevin? It's a slow burn, dude, and it's got some stuff that's going to drive you absolutely nuts. But I think it's a necessary viewing. It's one that once you watch it, you'll be like, yeah, I don't ever want to watch that again, but I'm glad I watched it one time because you having the knowledge to talk about it, especially in groups like this, it is beneficial to be able to talk about the story. It's a nuts story. So, but
yeah, isn't John C. Reilly in that?
Yeah,
the dad?
so weird.
Such a strange thing.
And what's her name? Tilda Swinton. It's like the mom.
And the guy who plays the Flash in the newer DC movie.
That's who that is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so gnarly.
What's his name?
Flash is a fucking piece of garbage, isn't he? What a shithead. Fuck you, Flash. Ezra something or other?
Ezra Miller?
Is it Ezra Miller?
Yeah.
Look
For
at my
reason,
brain.
I was thinking Isaac.
My brain
Ezra,
showed up for the birthday.
Nice, good job.
My brain's like, I'm here. Not happy about it, but I'm here. Like a disgruntled postal worker. Hey, Stoney, what's up, dude? Thanks, man.
Another movie by the same director, You Were Never Really Here, with Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh, I like that movie.
Yeah.
That one's not quite as dark, but it is dark.
It's pretty dark. It's fun. And it's a very different subject matter.
Yeah.
But that's also a really
Joaquin Phoenix is badass, dude. That guy's a really good actor.
Yes.
I wish he would do more stuff that's in my genre because I don't get to watch a lot of his stuff because I have limited time.
Mm.
And so I naturally stick to mostly horror stuff just on a day-to-day basis.
Mm-hmm.
So I skip movies a lot because I'm like, yeah, but I need to watch this, and this so I can talk about it. Like I got 3 reviews I'm working on right now, like currently working on 3 different reviews. I got 2 more top 10 lists. So my time, it has to get devoted to the channel because it's what I like most anyways.
Yeah.
So like I'm not disgruntled about it, but it is kind of a bummer sometimes. I wish he would do some more stuff. And like, I really like the fact that I can do like a throwback and do 8mm. Joaquin Phoenix. If I want to watch one of his old movies, I'll watch 8mm.
I didn't know he was in that.
Really? Have you not seen it?
Mm-mm. Never seen that.
That's
Nicolas Cage, right?
Yes. I felt like the new Batman movie pulls a lot from 8mm. That's the other movie I couldn't think of. It was 7 and 8mm.
Okay.
I'll be honest. Full disclosure. Andy, my friend Andy, pointed that out to me. I went, "Oh, damn!" So Gonzo, if you see this, bro, yeah, credit where credit is due. He's the one that pointed that out. He goes, "You like 8mm a lot?" He goes, "That's what it felt like to me." And I went, "Oh my goodness, it absolutely did."
It's about like snuff films, right?
Yeah. It just had I think more or less it was the aesthetic of the Riddler that felt like 8mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that movie's 8mm is awesome. Have you guys watched the Outer Range trailer with Josh Brolin yet?
Oh, I saw that popped up. I haven't watched it yet though.
Want me to plug in my speaker and then we can watch it? Or I can just unplug my headphones. We watch it with the computer.
Well, Josh Brolin.
Hell yeah, me too.
That
one. All right, we'll check this out real quick. What's it called? Outer Range. Ba, ba, ba.
I haven't seen anything today, but Obi-Wan Kenobi looks awesome.
I haven't watched that trailer yet either. Is it gonna be a movie?
TV show. It's just 6 episodes.
Oh, okay, that's cool. I just don't like episodic stuff, man. I want movie stuff, but it's all good. I'll watch it. I'll watch that because all the other Star Wars stuff's been really great. So
yeah, I was like, you
that's what you're fixing to say, huh?
Mandalorian and Boba
Is that Imogen Poots? Oh shit, it is.
I want to pray for the supper.
Shit, sorry guys.
All right.
Dear God, we pray for our family. We ask that you forgive us. We ask that you show us the way here, because we're in trouble. You made this crazy world, so maybe you can give us some sort of hint as to what you're up to, because I don't have the first fucking clue. There is a big distance between you and us. There is a great void. I'm asking you to fill that void. I'm asking you to fill that void.
That other guy, that's the guy from, he was in the last season of Ozark. He
I'm
was the
asking you
brother.
to come down here and explain yourself, because this world of yours is quite
Yeah,
man, there is a great void!
I don't know. High drama. Let's go.
Amen.
Dude.
Yo, oh, it's a
Is it a
series?
series?
Well, I'm out.
Shit, I might have to watch that. To be
Yeah.
honest, that looks awesome.
No, it looks awesome. I'm not trying to watch a series though. It's not for me, man. That's not my style.
It's got some of that like Hell or High Water, Sicario.
No, it really those are very good. Those are very good.
Yeah, those kind of vibes.
All right, well, let's watch the Obi-Wan one. I'll just watch it now. It's probably what, a minute and change?
Yeah, it's a couple minutes, I think. It's just like a teaser, I think.
Cool.
I love that they brought Ewan McGregor back.
No, that's why I thought it was a movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The fight is done.
They had debated whether they were going to do a movie or a limited
We
series. But the TV stuff has been better for them lately. So
Dude, he read that it's Yellowstone meets Stranger Things.
fuck, that's awesome. Yellowstone's great.
Stay hidden.
He aged well for this.
Yeah. It's the perfect time to do it. He's
Yeah.
older now.
Yeah. For sure.
The key.
Damn, this already looks awesome. I'm already in on this, dude.
Jedi. Is patience.
Oh, I should have told Krista to come here to watch this.
Jedi cannot help what they are. Their compassion leaves a trail.
Yo, what?
He was in the prequels. too.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember
The
that.
Jedi code is
I've only seen him a
like
couple
an
times.
itch.
He was like
cannot help it.
before anyone knew.
Yeah.
Where is he?
Is that Samuel L. Jackson? That'd be amazing. I don't know. I can't put the time together, so I don't really know where he would fit in. This does look badass.
It looks like a bigger budget than the
Yeah.
other TV
It
show.
looks darker too.
Yeah.
Yo, that looks awesome.
This is just a teaser, but it looks so cool.
Yeah, that looks pretty awesome. Shit, what is that?
It's still playing in the background.
Damn it.
The fight.
Sorry,
Oh,
folks.
replay.
Yeah, dude, I don't know why it does that. It's just trying to piss me off. It's like, I'm gonna fuck with this guy. Dude, that looks awesome. I've been watching hella Asian movies lately. Have you heard of this movie called Outrage?
Actually, yes. I've heard that it's really good.
So I watched the first one. I'm watching the second one later, maybe tonight.
Japanese?
I think so. It's Yakuza. I would imagine it's Japanese.
Yeah. Okay.
It is very confusing at first because
Okay.
I don't know how else to say this without sounding like a dick, I guess, but everybody kind of sounds the same. And so they're telling you who's who, and they're moving kind of fast.
Hard
and
to keep up with all the characters.
they're all older gentlemen, and they're all of nationality that I'm not super familiar with, so I can't tell the distinct differences in their face like I would somebody else from over here.
That's
So it's-
one thing that I always kind of struggle with foreign films quite a bit. Like even I've been watching a lot of giallos, and sometimes it's hard to like remember
Who's
who. Like, what character was
Well, that was my only issue. Once I figured out who was who finally, I had to rewind it a few minutes, maybe like 10 minutes, and then I was able to just like really keep up. But the movie is badass. The story is badass. There's a lots of like intrigue. There's lots of lying and deception, and I'll leave it at that. It's a cool movie, man.
Okay.
I don't think it's like a 10 out of 10 or anything like that, but it's definitely like a 7.5 or better. It's good.
Okay.
It's good, man. And it's I see what happened was I was getting on a Takashi Miike kick, and I ran onto that one. And I was gonna watch. It was either that or Dead or Alive, and I was like, this one's much more modern. I'll watch this first. If this is really good, then I'll go back and watch Dead or Alive because it's much older. And sometimes the older ones just aren't as good to me. Like there's things about them that I don't like.
Yeah, I've heard Dead or Alive is really cool though.
I've seen parts of it, so I know it is, but
Yeah.
I still wanted to watch this one just in because I heard a lot about this movie and it was awesome.
Yeah, that one's been on my watch list for a while.
Dude, Tubi's killing it, dude. I just watched From Beyond last night. Where'd I watch it? Tubi. Like, what the hell?
All the Giallo movies I've been watching, all on Tubi. They have
Dude.
like all of them.
Dude, Tubi is like literally smoking the competition, dude. They're kicking the shit out of Amazon. Dude, I don't know how Netflix can survive competing with Tubi. I really don't get it. Like,
Well, it's also the stuff that we're watching is
Oh.
a little more niche
that's true.
because we've seen all the big stuff really. Like
That's true.
We're not,
That's
or,
true.
Or we're not interested in a lot of the more mainstream stuff. So
No, that makes a
We're
lot of
looking
that makes a
for-
lot of sense.
we're looking for more of the underground movies, and they have all that stuff.
Japanese stuff, giallo films,
Yeah.
Korean cinema,
Yeah.
yeah,
all
weird
the
B
underground
movie stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Never mind. I retract that statement. That makes
So
way more sense. I just never thought about it like that because I'm thinking about it from my vantage point.
Right, but most people are. We're like.
No, we're the weirdo. We're the weirdos.
outliers.
Yeah, we're
no
the-
one's sitting around watching Giallo movies. and
Yeah.
judge me.
We watch the most awesome shit though. Like,
Yeah, I love it.
I mean, that's why I can't wait for this channel to really make some I don't know, strides forward, I guess. Once we hit we're almost at 1,000. I think we're like 15 subscribers shy of 1,000.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it's real close. It's yeah, literally 15. So we're 15 away from 1,000. So if we can just get another couple of weeks of good content that I can pump out. Now that I'm getting things on the ball here, and I'm kind of finally starting to compartmentalize my channels. Like I can tell that I'm reaching another plateau. Like I'm on my way there. Like I'm finally getting things organized. I know what I like. StreamYard's actually a big benefit. I'm able to do way more content with less time involved.
You're
Getting
welcome.
yeah, for sure. Also getting the new hard drive, so I have torrent to thanks for that. Makes everything faster. So my downloading is faster, my uploading is faster, my rendering is faster. It's all faster. So between you and torrent, had y'all not done what y'all did, which it takes a certain amount of stuff. That anything could have happened to make neither of those things happen. So I'm glad it happened the way it did, and it kind of coincided with each other. They both kind of happened at the same time.
Yeah,
and it improved the channel a lot. Excuse me. I know not everybody liked the banner at the bottom, but it's necessary, man. I don't like talking about it. I'd rather just have it at the bottom. Also, now that I have it in black with white, it's a lot more subtle and inconspicuous out of your face. Baby steps, man. We'll get there. But 15 subscribers is not much. I should have those in the next couple of weeks. Now we're working on just getting viewed hours is what we're aiming at now. If anybody is curious of how that works, it takes 1,000 subscribers, but it takes 4,000. Yo, I know this guy. What up, dude? 4,000 viewed hours though, and I'll be honest, we've been diligent about our hours that we're trying to get watched over here, and we're still lifetime at 2019, man.
Damn.
We still got 2,000 hours to go. So if anybody likes this channel, man, the more stuff you can jump on the lives with us, that really helps. So, and I'm not trying to sound ungrateful. I'm extremely grateful for the people that are on here that hang out with us. So it's just I'm giving information that might be of any kind of interest to some of you guys that like the channel. So, but once it gets monetized, I'll tell you this. Oh shit! Appreciate it, dude.
Old fart in building.
Fucking right. Don't act like it though, do I? I'm like a 12-year-old. All that testosterone I get pumped in my ass. I get the jab, but it's testosterone instead. Way more fun, dude. I can tell when I get it weekly, because it depends on how much money I've got. I'm allowed to have it weekly, but I usually go every 2 weeks. When I get it weekly, I can tell because I'm way more aggro. Like I get mad way faster. Like I'm just like fucking roid rage. Oh, but yeah. Oh, what I was gonna say is I'd like you to jab me with your meat.
Yeah. He told you that was testosterone, huh?
Yeah, he was using his. No.
Why is it all sticky?
Dude, when you said stick it in my ass, I didn't think you meant stick it in my ass. My wife is out there like, what in the fuck are they talking about?
You gotta clean up afterwards.
Nah, I like it dirty.
Dude.
Well, it's your birthday. This motherfucker. Yeah, spell it right, Jamie. No, I'm playing.
I don't care about anything anymore.
Hey, babe, did you hear about they got an Obi-Wan Kenobi show coming with Ewan McGregor?
Yes.
6 episodes. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. But no, what I was going to tell you guys is that like once this channel finally gets monetized, it's not going to be an immediate thing, but you will see a very swift change to where it'll be 50-50 time devoted to each channel, because I love doing stuff for Shop 31. I like, now that I got a podcast I'm going to be doing weekly, it's going to make my weeks way more enjoyable. But one thing that I don't like is that I'm really tired of people only recommending the same things, whether it be Lil Peep or Juice WRLD or XXXTentacion or anything. When it's the metal guys, they only want to hear about Ginger. They want to hear about Spirit Box. Like, I don't want to hear the same 5 things. I want to hear other stuff. I want to do other music. But I also want to cater to what people want me to do, of course, right?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of that stuff gets demonetized immediately, especially the metal stuff, dude. Like the metal stuff, like, I'll be honest, man. Lil Peep's fucking music group, they come through and let me have my monetization more often than not, which is why I continue to keep doing it. It's hard work for me to do this. If people don't understand that, they're like, you're just sitting there doing a fucking... I'm like, you do it all then, bro. I do 3 videos a day, 6 days a week, bro. What are you talking about? It's easy. So it'll be cool to have it balance out, you know, because honestly, when I can get monetized on a movie video and then I do a music one that's not, it'll just... the movie one will go down a little bit, but the music one will go up a little bit. It balances it all out. It makes my job easier. It makes me happier. It makes my time. It's gonna be cool, man. I can't wait. It's gonna be. It's coming, man. It's not. I'd say June.
Yeah,
June probably is what I'm looking at. Probably have it monetized by June, and it's gonna be cool, man. I'll be able to put. And by then I'll have hopefully 22,000 or so on Shop 31. Hopefully 1,500 or so on here, and I can get, you know, some guests on. That's what I'm hoping for. I mean, all it really is that I want to have cool shows. I want to have cool episodes. I want to have cool live streams. That's it, dude. It does nothing to do. If I didn't have to pay bills, I wouldn't give a shit about money. Like I don't care about that. It's I want to have cool content because it's what I enjoy doing. I feel like I'm getting better at it, but I've always been fairly decent at it. I don't think I ever really just completely swell. First 6 months or so was pretty bad. It's funny too because I didn't really think it at all. It seemed like it was okay. You go back and watch it, and you're like, "Whoo, buddy!"
I told you when you started your
Man,
channel,
you were not lying.
Like you're gonna suck for a long time. That's just part of the game, man.
Yeah, dude.
It
It's
takes
and
a
the thing
lot
is,
of time.
and you don't think you suck either. I didn't think I sucked.
The
I
thing
was like,
is,
"That's all right,
the thing
man."
is, if you go back and watch, you know, a video you did yesterday in 6 months, you're gonna think that sucks too because you're gonna be better.
I was gonna say I watched one the other day that was like 4 months old, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, my hair looked bad. I've lost weight since then, so I look a little better. I've put work into that." But my setup was a little different. I was like, my camera didn't look as nice. The lighting wasn't as good.
Exactly. You figure out things with lighting and how to frame yourself and all the little tricks that you learn.
Dude.
You continually learn stuff always.
It's gonna be awesome, man. I can't wait. I'm also gonna get a small green screen, and for like some of the music stuff that I do, I'm gonna put photos or stills, maybe even video. I don't know how to do it yet. I'll have to tinker with it a little bit, but I'm gonna put something that represents the song that I'm listening to in the background that covers the whole background, instead of having the music video playing, so that they can't block the video. A lot of people think that I just don't want to do music videos. And I'm like, no, it has nothing to do with it. Every time I do an actual music video, unless I put my logo all over the front of it, they just block the whole, like they don't even demonetize it. They block it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of these kids think that because some guy that has 2 million subscribers is able to do some stuff, dude, that matters. They leave those guys alone a lot more than they do smaller channels. They have the money to fight it too. If you're making, 15 grand a month doing your 2 million subs, it's a lot easier for you to be like, all right, they sent me a cease and desist. All right, here's my lawyer's letter. And it's just like, and when I had that money, I promise I'll do it. Trust me. It's just a matter of time. I'll be fully gray by then, but it's okay. Dude, my beard has gotten so much grayer in like the last 6 months. Thank you, kids. For horror's sake. Let's see. Got to film shooting down. Wait, what? Oh, for sure. You got. I like to. That's why I won't shave my beard. You don't see my awful double chin. It's bad, bro.
But that's a trick you learned, right? I bet
Fucking
you
right.
didn't do that the first time.
No, I used to film like directly in front of me, and I like let me go up a little bit, like let me so I can look up, and you can't see my fat neck or lack thereof. Fucking.
It's not just what you see; it's what you don't.
What's that? Hey, what's that guy's name? It's called like Big Nick or some dumb shit, and he's got no neck at all, and he thinks he's awesome. He's on some reality show. His neck is he's like this all day. He literally sits like, I mean, he's got no neck, and he for some reason thinks that he's like super hot, and I don't get it. You know what, dude? I gotta figure out who this guy is. Y'all are gonna laugh. Is it? I think it might be Big Nick, which I don't. No. Oh no, Big Nick's a different guy. He's another tool. He's a super religious guy who's super judgmental, which makes no sense. Let's see. No neck YouTube guy. No neck YouTube. Let's see. No, not long neck. No neck. Y'all see that daddy long neck guy? That guy's hilarious. Cringe. No neck Ed. Have you heard about this guy? Oh my gosh.
I don't think so.
Oh, dude, he's the greatest person alive. Let's see. Dude, this guy is something else. To do some videos on this on the other fucking channel because look at this fool.
Oh, I have seen this guy.
Oh, dude, this is glorious.
Oh my God! Whoa.
Oh, yeah, his chin goes just.
Bro,
down
it's
to his
so
chest.
dude. I'm not trying to be a bully or
This has to
anything.
be the
Like,
weirdest experience of my life.
really? That's the weirdest experience of your life. I find that hard to believe, guy.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yep.
Wait a minute.
Like, cut your hair, bro. You look ridiculous.
Are those chickens? Are those chickens?
Yeah, di ba? Chicken. Please, pabuksan ng tubig. Salamat.
Yo, what is this guy doing?
When did TLC just become like
and rabbits and bunnies. Okay, hold on. Okay.
just reality TV for like really weird people?
When advertisers started paying more money for it. Let's see.
It used to be all like home improvement shows.
Oh, photographer.
Now
Oh my
it's
God.
like,
Right there.
Yeah, right?
Right there. Beautiful.
Right?
I was
That's
like,
perfect. Oh my God.
This lady eats toilet
Nice,
paper.
nice.
And then she shits it out, and this guy eats that.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Yeah.
yo, this dude, look at this
I'm
fool. He's
super
so
excited
strange.
because I also bought a ring. And I plan to ask Rose to marry me.
God, he's so weird. Oh, did he really do that? Yo, what are you doing, my
Since
guy?
I met Rose, I want to look young for her. So I have
So you put
been
mayonnaise in
dyeing
your
my
hair?
and it irritates my scalp. So I found out that mayonnaise makes it smoother and less dry.
Oh, what the fuck?
I'm self-conscious of my physical appearance because Rose is
You don't say. What in the hell is that guy?
Oh, God.
Yo, this live stream went off the rails quick, guys. I'm sorry. That fella, look, dude, in all seriousness, he's probably an all right guy. He's just weird. I'm definitely weird too. So what am I saying? But like, God, dude. Oh, I mean,
He
I've
just
watched
wants to look beautiful for
some girl that's not going to marry him.
girl. He's trying to
No.
look younger.
I've seen, oh man, he needs to look neckier.
That reminds me of a horror movie, actually. Actually, an
Basket
anthology.
case?
No, have you ever seen Body Bags?
Hell yeah, I've seen, but oh,
The one with
he's got the long hair and keeps coming out and he's like
yes.
all over him.
Yeah. And
Dude.
it's like alien worms that start eating him from the inside out.
Dude, that movie's awesome.
And John Carpenter plays like a dead body at a morgue.
Mayo makes my sandwich less dry. Dude, mayo makes me vomit on your less dry sandwich.
I mean, I like mayonnaise.
Do you?
Just not in my hair.
No. No, not at all. It smells horrible though. I don't like the way it smells.
But you like getting it injected.
On my birthday. Oh, that's fucking not cool. Dude, so when I was like 17, I worked at Subway, right? And I had this dumb girlfriend and I had a car, so we would always fuck around and just like not do what we're supposed to do, like go out and smoke cigarettes and act stupid, whatever, right? And so I worked at Subway, and the boss of the place was an asshole. And looking back on it, he was probably like 19, you know.
Okay.
You know how those places are. They don't want to give money to a reasonable person to run the place. They want to give some kid $9 an hour and go, "You're the manager."
Yeah.
So he was being an asshole to me one day, and I was making all the tuna fish, getting the bread ready, and then I had the early shift, and so I took the mayonnaise and I opened up the tuna thing, and it was this dude. They had like giant gallon-sized cans of tuna fish. I don't even know where they got them, dude. Like it was nuts.
Very fresh.
Ugh. Well, I would open it up, and you're supposed to put half a thing of mayonnaise per whole thing of tuna because it's not supposed to be like, it's already more than mayonnaise than you need in those things. It's gnarly, right? So I prepped like 4 days worth of tuna, but I doubled the mayonnaise. So because I was gonna quit. And to this day, I can't smell mayonnaise because of how bad that smelled. Oh God, just thinking about it brings it back. Anyways, what I did do that was fun is I had this red duffel bag. I don't remember where it went. I probably lost it in some nonsensical way. It was a red duffel bag I had my whole life. And I was basically living with my girlfriend at the time, but we were like in and out of living out of our car. And I got mad at the manager, and he's like, I got to go run an errand. I'll be back. And when I get back, then you can go home. And I was like, oh, okay. So as soon as he left, I filled up my duffel bag with meat and cheese. I got in my car and I just left. And I left the store open, unlocked, and I just drove away. That's a short version of that story, but
okay.
We had hella sandwiches. It was awesome.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. We used to make like we toast our bread and have a turkey sandwich with some butter noodles. We were poor as fuck, man. We just good times, man. David Taylor, if you see this, man, what's up, man? Those butter noodles were awesome. Still eat those things to this day. I got some in the fucking cabinet right now. They're so good. They're the ones they have like a, I don't know, powdered seasoning. It's like probably dehydrated dairy product of some kind.
Okay.
Hot milk in there, and you just mix up butter and garlic noodles. It's like a side item.
I don't know that I ever had that.
Oh, it's delicious.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so not good for you at all. Like yeah.
I mean, I ate ramen noodles for dinner last night.
Fucking right. It's like the kind of food you get in jail and you just get fat. You're like, how am I getting fat? I'm only taking in 200 calories a day.
Yeah.
Not that I know anything about eating in jail. I've never been lately. Oh, man. Dude, when I was in jail, the first time I went, they came in to feed us, and there was like, we were in like a 55-man room, but they had like 70 of us in there. So we had like these, I don't know what to call them. They look like jiu-jitsu mats that we were sleeping on. So everybody that was extra was sleeping on these things on the floor. And I guess because we were in a 55-person tank, I don't really understand how this works because I'm 40 today. So this was 21 years ago. I was 19, I guess. They came in and they were like, all right, it's time for whatever meal. I think it was lunch or dinner. It was definitely not breakfast because it was sandwiches. And they had this big trash bag full of, maybe it was a box. It might have been a box, but it was full of like Ziploc bags, but they were like big sandwich bags. They were like the size of like a gallon bag. They didn't have a zipper thing on. They were just open, but they tied them in a knot. And inside that was like 2 pieces of bread, bologna, mustard. No, mayonnaise. 2 pieces of bread, bologna, mayonnaise, and then a like they called it a cereal bar. It was peanut butter and jelly in between graham crackers, and it was like frozen solid, right? And so there was nothing to drink. There was 2 water fountains there on the back of 2 toilets. So I understand that it's not toilet water, but it sure looks like it. Like it was fucked up. Anyways, I opened up my sandwich and the bread was wet, and I had to put mayonnaise. Oh, dude, I didn't eat for like 2 days, bro. It was gnarly. But those cereal bars, I ate like half of one, and I was so fucking thirsty. And I finally was like, yo, how are y'all drinking water in here, man? Because I ain't trying to drink out that back of that toilet like that. Like, I didn't want to have my back to people. Like, I don't care about the water. I was thirsty. I'll drink the water. And they were like, yo, you gotta fill up your bag. And what you do is you fill your bag with water and then you drink out of it. And I was like, oh, I mean, they're like, yeah, you just gotta carry it around. And I was like, oh, that seems reasonable enough. So that's what we were doing, was we were carrying around bags like half full of water. And then at night, they don't give you pillows or anything, right? And so I guess nobody had thought about this, but I was sitting there and I was like looking around, and everybody's like, on the floor, on their arms and shit. And so I blew up my bag and tied it in a knot and slept on it. And some asshole popped that bitch. So
of course.
Yeah.
That sucks.
It was a cop, by the way. It was not a person. Not
really?
Not an inmate. It was a cop.
What?
Yeah. He walked by and went pop with his badge, with the little pin on it.
Asshole.
Yeah. Fell on my head. Boom. Woke up. What the fuck? I also had a blanket that I had kept. I didn't realize that I wasn't allowed to keep it. It was like a wool blanket, right? And it was freezing. Like, you know how warm I always am.
Yeah.
It was freezing cold in this place. And so I had rolled myself up in this blanket and I was sleeping inside of it so I could get some dark because they leave the lights on all night in this place, right? This is in Harris County Jail. I don't know how it is in other places. But so I would roll myself up, and basically they turn the lights off from 10 to 2. So you'd have about 4 hours of dark. Everything else had lights on. And they like to not let you sleep. Sleep deprivation is a big thing in jail, so they can keep you fucking kind of like not doing anything.
Control you.
Yeah. And so I'm sleeping on the floor, and I had no idea this was coming. Apparently, I was sleeping, and they walked in, and they were like, I guess doing a count, and they said, "Hey, who's that?" And they were like, "I don't know, it's some white guy." And I'm like, sleeping, dead ass asleep. And they were mad that I had kept a blanket. And so they got another officer, and they came in there, and one of them grabbed one end, one of them grabbed the other end, and they picked the blanket up. As I'm waking up, they take me and they throw it like this to where it unravels and I fall out of it, right? Dude, I'm sure you've seen pictures of jail. It's just cement everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I had bruises on my elbow for like 2 weeks, man. I fucking came flying out, started like, I didn't know what was happening. I'm like, why? What up? Bam! Fucking everybody's laughing at me and shit. Oh, it was awful. Jail. Don't go, kids. But
do it.
yeah, this is like just a couple of weekends in jail. That's not even like staying there. I've stayed there 9 months once. That was way worse. And then they had this guy come in and like he was like this dude from like an African country. I don't really know exactly where, but he had a very thick accent. And he hated everybody. And he would call us the F word all day. Like, and just man. He's like, what? You think I like you? I fucking hate you. I'm like, oh my God, what did I do to you, man? Like, I was just saying hello. I walk by like, hey, what's up, man? And he'd be like, fucking don't talk to me. Fucking blankety blank blank. I'm like, yo, what? Why? Why are you? Oh, okay, I'm sorry. And then when I got, dude, check this out. So I was getting out of jail. And so I'm processing me out. And it takes like all day. Like I got up at like 6 a.m. I didn't get out until like midnight. So I'm doing my last thing. And I'm standing in line. There's a cop by the door. And there's like a glass partition where you sign up, get your shit back.
Okay.
There's a door in between that door and another door. There's like a little hallway thing. So they can open this door, let you out, close it, then unlock the other door so people can't try to escape. And so I'm at that point, and I'm like beside myself, happy. Like I can't wait to get out of this place. And I'd only been in there for 4 or 5 days. Like it wasn't long. It was my very first time in, and I was not for anything really bad. And so I'm signing my paperwork, and this cop is screaming at us, dude. I mean, like screaming in my face. And he's like, hey, why are you getting out of jail? And I'm like, I don't really know how to answer this. I said, did I bond out? And he goes, what do you mean, did I? He's like, you should know how you get out of jail. And I was like, all right, man. And I was like, okay. He goes, no, answer my question. And I was like, all right. He goes, why are you getting out of jail? And I was like, I guess because I served my time and they're letting me go. I don't know what to tell you, man. He goes, you want to go back into the line? If you make it to the end of the line, you're going back in. You can come out tomorrow. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And I'm like, I'm 19. I'm kind of scared, to be honest. I didn't know what he was doing. He was just bullying me. And he screams at me for like 15 minutes. The guy behind me is like, I don't know what to tell you, man. He didn't know what was going on either. And finally he goes, all right, pussy. I was like, what the fuck? He goes, you're getting out because I'm fucking letting you out. And I was like, oh my God, I think he's telling the truth. Please get me the fuck out of here. I was like, what the fuck? So I got outside and there was this other dude out there selling cigarettes by the singles for $1. I was like, God, I need 5 of them, please hurry up. Oh, dude, it was the worst day ever. That guy was an asshole. You're getting out because I'm letting you out. I was like, dude, that rings true, man. I think that guy was telling the truth. I'm pretty confident that if he wanted to send me back in there, he probably could have.
Yeah, probably.
I watched him throw this poor drunk guy. He was just like drunk. I think he was just drunk taking it. He was wasted. But he had a broken leg and he had a cast, and they wouldn't let him bring his crutches in. And so he's like hobbling around in there, and this guy had to be in his 60s or older. And so finally they're switching us. You've never been to any jail, right?
No.
Okay, so they when you go in, they process you in, and you go from like one room. You do one thing, like your fingerprints, and fill out your paperwork. You go to another room, and they'll give you your uniform and shit. You go to another one, they'll change you, and they'll search you and shit. So it's like compartmentalized, so they can keep an eye on everybody.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, guys. They open this door. They're like, all right, everybody in this room over here. We're like, okay. So we're getting up, and honestly, the rooms were getting smaller and smaller, so it was getting more cramped. I don't know. This has got to be by design. This poor guy's sleeping on the floor, and he's just out, bro. And they're like, all right, guys, go in this room. So we all go in there, and I'm like, uh-oh. I could feel it, dude. And so like 4 or 5 cops come in, and they're like, what's up with this fucking guy? And they're like kicking him and shit, and he's just out. I thought maybe he was dead. I was like, yo, did he just die on us? Like, bro, I hope not. He finally comes to, and he's like, whoa, what? And they're like, you got to go in here. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry. He wasn't trying to be rude. And he goes, hey, I can't get up. I don't have my crutches. Can y'all help me? And they're like, sure. And they picked him up by his feet, his hands, and his shirt, and they just threw his ass in that cement room, fucked them all up. Dude, he was screaming for like the whole day.
Oh my God.
Dude, jail's fun. Good times. Good times. I saw a dude get stabbed in there with a ballpoint pen. What's up, Chris?
Yo.
Fuck yeah. You can't see it, but our pants are off right now. I was waiting for you to do something silly. But yeah, dude, it was wildest. I ran into my friend's dad in jail once. That was weird. I'm sitting there and I hear Randy, and I'm like, "Oh, what's up, Mr. Roberts?" I was like, "This is strange. What are you in here for?" And he's like, "I got really fucking drunk last night." I was like, "You must have." He was wearing like button-down shirt, and he didn't have a tie on, but he clearly was wearing one when he was out.
Oh wow.
He's like, "Yeah, the wife's not too happy right now." I was like, "Yeah, I imagine not. Is your car impounded?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Fucking right." I'm like, "Does Tito know?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I don't really drink often." I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "Fuck, dude, that's amazing." Oh, geez. He said he just got really fucked up with his friends and driving home and was driving all over the fucking road. Look, man, my grandmother was paralyzed by a drunk driver, so I don't really like that kind of shit. But I mean, funny is still funny though. Like that guy was like, "I don't even know, man. I don't know what I was thinking." Well, I guess I'll see you later. He was getting processed out as I was going in. I was like, that shit was so weird. I also had a dude that was a guard in jail that went to my mom's fucking church and like went and told her whole church, "Oh yeah, her son's in jail." Fucking like an asshole. Yeah, dude, that guy's a prick.
That's messed up.
I shouldn't have this many jail stories.
You have a lot of stories. It doesn't end. It just keeps going.
Doesn't end, dude. This is why I had to start a podcast. That was my whole idea behind the podcast, was like just tell a story each one.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the first one's called "That Time I Saw Eminem at the Warped Tour." I'm gonna let people try to figure out what that means. I literally went up to him and just shook my plan. That'd be crazy. But yeah, I didn't even know who he was at that time. That was in 1999. He had just come out and just started getting big, and I didn't really know who he was. I saw him and I was like, "Yo, what's up with the guy that has the mummy on the stage?" And my friend's like, "Yo, he's this new rapper guy. You should go check it out." And I went over there and I'm pretty positive he played "My Name Is," and that was the only song that I had heard before. And I was like, "Oh, it's that guy." It was cool, man. It was like, looking back on it, I'm like, dude, I was there to see something of him that was like way before Grammy Awards, and
Yeah, for sure.
it's pretty neat, man.
Yeah, that's really cool.
What kind of movies you trying to watch this week? I know we have an extra week in between Shopcast. I still haven't watched Old Boy because I want to kind of wait until it's closer.
Yeah, since we pushed it back a week, I'm waiting.
Just waiting on Old Boy.
Yeah, I'm just on a Giallo kick right now.
Yeah, still watching that stuff.
I'm trying to hit like all the big ones. So
what are you missing so far? Is there anything that sticks out that you haven't watched yet?
Don't Torture a Duckling is one I want to watch.
I haven't even heard of that.
It's a Lucio Fulci
But
movie.
I certainly don't think you should torture ducks. What do they do to you?
Apparently-
Quack, quack, quack,
I
quack.
don't know what the deal is with Fulci and ducks, because I watched
Yeah, there's another one,
New York Ripper, and the guy, he talks like Donald Duck on the phone.
dude.
It's so weird.
Dude, New York Ripper's awesome though. Do you like it?
I liked it.
It
It
was
was
more my style than yours.
It's lower on my list.
Yeah. I'm not surprised.
It is weird. This lady gets like jerked off by somebody's foot.
Let's go.
It's weird as fuck.
Let's go. I love Italian horror movies, or giallo, whatever you call them.
mean-
Sometimes they toe the line between horror and just straight up mystery. but-
Tori watched one of them with me, and she's like, "Why are you watching porn?" Like, there's
You're
just,
like, "I don't know."
so many boobs in this movie.
Oh, dude,
I was like, these Italian people, they just
love boobs.
don't. They just let their freak flag fly. They don't
Dude,
give a fuck.
80s horror is great because of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like 80s horror, like you watch it and you're like, what in the fuck, dude? There's so much just nudity and it's not even drug use, man. It's just nudity. It's like all over the place. And they won't have any cuss words, but they'll be like, 312 naked ladies.
Yeah, 70s and 80s both.
Hey, awesome, dude. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. And thank you for the birthday wishes, man. That's awesome, dude. But I like having this thing up where I can let people's comments show. It's way fucking cool.
Yeah, definitely.
It makes it so much more personal when you can like respond to somebody like personally, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. You can pop it up there, and that way they know who you're responding to.
That was my biggest problem with past live streams, is that nobody had a clue what you're talking about later on. So at least this way, if they watch it,
if you're like a couple minutes behind, you're trying to reply to somebody that was
that's one of the things that I don't like about jumping on a live stream that's got a ton of viewers.
Yeah.
You can never keep up with the comments, and also the comments are usually pretty gnarly. They're usually pretty what's the word? Just stupid. You get 500 people on something like that, they usually say a bunch of unnecessary shit.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna watch All the Colors of the Dark Knight.
That one's on my
Dark
list
Tonight.
too.
I said Dark Knight.
I actually, that's Sergio Martino, which I've watched 3 of his movies so far, and he's like one of my favorite
No shit, huh?
directors. So I've actually just bought that one. I'm gonna wait for that to come in. Severin put it out, so I'm gonna check that one out soon. It's supposed to be like kind of trippy, so
See, I'm with Jamie on this one. I think I'm gonna watch The Seed tonight.
yeah.
It's on Shudder, I believe. Wait, is that Shudder or Hulu, Jamie? I think it's on Shudder.
Is that about sperm?
Definitely. I'm all about sperm today. That's why I keep doing that. It's stuck in my throat.
Oh yeah.
That's fucking gross. I'm gonna throw up even thinking about that. God damn.
Don't inhale while you're
Right? I did not have sexual relations with that lady. It was with that man. Son of a bitch. But yeah, I'm gonna probably watch The Seed. Yeah, Shudder. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Sergio Martino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, Torso's great. Did you ever see Pieces? Have you ever seen Pieces?
No.
That's the one that I'm trying to remember the other day. I couldn't remember the name of. It was Pieces.
Okay.
I like Pieces a lot. Pieces to me is one of my favorites. I haven't watched it in a while,
Mhm.
so I do reserve the right to be like, okay, on second thought, maybe not. But I remember it being really, really good. So
Okay. It's on Tubi. It's on my list.
damn,
on my
Tubi's got
watch
everything,
list.
man.
That one I think is actually an American movie, but it's
Yes,
considered
yeah.
a giallo.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
It reminded me of a Giallo's, which is why I said that. I didn't realize that it wasn't. I didn't realize that people called it Reese's Pieces. Let's go. Dude, how funny would that be if, like, in that movie, they just did something like with the Reese's Pieces and you find out that E.T. copied some weird horror movie? Oh, probably.
Prime.
Dude, Prime's got a lot of good stuff too, but Tubi's just smoking them.
Isn't
fools.
there a chainsaw on the cover of that?
Yeah.
It's cutting them up with chainsaw.
Or it's either a chainsaw or I think it's a hacksaw.
Oh, maybe. I know the hacksaw's on Torso.
Terrifier time. Oh, yeah, it might be a chainsaw then.
I think it is.
I think it is. Damn. Let's see.
What's some other ones I was looking at? I've got like 300 movies on my watch list, and it just keeps growing. Every day I'm listening to a podcast.
Absolutely, dude. You probably have, yeah, for sure.
Every day I'm listening to a podcast and they come up with some obscure thing. I'm like, oh, well, I gotta add that. That sounds cool.
Yeah, that's yes.
Have you ever listened to? Actually, it's the same name as that movie Chris was just talking about. This podcast called All the Colors of the Dark podcast. It's a fan.
Oh, they have a whole podcast called that?
No, well, that's just the name of it. It's a horror podcast.
Oh, that's cool.
But it's on the it's put out by Fangoria.
Oh man, dude, Fangoria does a lot of good work, man. Like I didn't know that they were like fully in on producing movies. Like,
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
It's a really good podcast, and they're like a lot of like horror podcasts and stuff. They just talk about like the big ones. They talk about the like that's the problem with a lot of
that is something
stuff.
that you'll never have to worry about with my channel. I won't ever. I mean, I'll tackle the big subjects too, but I'm not. I will always do stuff like Frankenstein's Army. I'm gonna do that review probably tonight or tomorrow.
Right.
And it's like, man, you gotta have stuff like that, dude.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, for sure. I think anyone who's a real fan, they don't want to hear about The Exorcist anymore. Like they want to hear about like the obscure stuff that they haven't discovered.
I don't even want to hear about Scream or Terrifier. I know most of what you can know about those movies.
Yeah.
Like maybe occasionally, but not often. I want to hear like when a new Scream movie comes out. Okay, let's dive back in.
Yeah, I want to hear about stuff that I've never heard of.
Yep.
I want to discover stuff.
Yeah, especially like Giallo stuff. Since we're over here in America, there's a lot of stuff that we're not going to hear about as easily, even with the internet, because you have to know.
Yeah.
Like you have to know, like a lot of people that I know. Shit, I don't know if I consider myself a bigger fan of Giallo, but I'm a bigger horror fan than you. And there's Giallo stuff I have no idea about because you go as far as to like looking up the directors and shit.
Yeah.
So like, if you don't do any like if I didn't know anything about any of those directors, I would know nothing about that whole subgenre. And so a lot of people don't think to go that direction. They're not thinking of like, oh, I'm gonna go look up Lucio Fulci's movies. They're like, the fuck is Lucio Fulci? And you're like, oh, it's a director from Italy that does all these ridiculous horror movies.
I mean, and he's way more known for like his zombie movies too,
which is I think is actually kind of funny because I think they're good, but I don't think they're his best movie. Well, that's to be debated, I guess. They're all good. I like all his stuff.
I have a couple I still need to watch of those. I've seen Zombie. and we watched the
That's
Beyond.
probably my favorite of his, man. I keep wanting to say other stuff, but I think Zombie's got to be.
Zombie's awesome.
It looks amazing on 4K too.
Zombie's awesome.
And there's a lot of people that prefer to watch stuff on VHS, which I don't understand. Like, I understand the novelty of watching stuff on VHS.
Mm-hmm.
I still like to watch stuff on VHS. But I've got a few people, like, especially at the antique mall, I meet people all the time that come in, and I sell a lot of tapes. So they come in, and, like, between Julie and I both, we have a lot of tape collectors that come in. And there's a few people that, like, legitimately, like, that's all they want. And I'm like, yo, dude, so how's your setup with your Blu-rays? Like, what do you collect? And they're like, oh, no, I only watch stuff on VHS. And I'm like, there's one girl, she's awesome. But I don't want to put her name out there, so I'm not trying to embarrass anybody. But like, she's awesome. So, but we always bicker about it. She's like, yeah, I go home and I just want to pop in a VHS tape. I'm like, every night you want to watch some of the show on VHS? And she's like, yeah, but it looks fine. I'm like, doesn't look fine. Like, I just can't get over it. It drives me absolutely nuts. In reality, it's her shit. Why do I care?
Yeah.
But like, it drives me bonkers that I'm like, I guess if she said, yeah, I like the way it looks versus it looks fine, my brain just won't let me take that and accept it. I'm like, no, It doesn't look fine. It looks terrible.
Well, I can see if like you grew up watching something a certain way.
Yeah.
Like you're nostalgic for it because it looks that way.
Yeah, and a lot of old horror movies hide a bunch of shit with the VHS tapes.
Definitely.
You know, blemishes and things.
Especially some of these more low budget things. Like when they start cleaning them up, you're like, oh,
Yeah,
I don't think you were supposed to see that.
Right? You're like, that's a rope hanging from the background. You're like, well, that wasn't visible in that shitty VHS tape I had in 1994. That's awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that, but it's cool.
I think what it is that I want both, and so I've got both. I can watch VHS tapes here if I want, but I also have a 4K, region-free Blu-ray player, surround sound, a nice TV in here, and I enjoy it. Like, it's something that I have a lot of fun. This is the best way for me to have fun by myself, dude. Is I sit in here and I put on a movie that nobody else cares about but me in my house.
Mm-hmm.
I turn the volume up pretty loud, and I scoot my chair towards the center of the room, and I just lean back, prop my feet up, and I watch it. I may have to pause it for something. I'm a dad. I got to pause it sometimes. But it's the best experience just chilling. It's awesome. And I get to watch specifically something like Zombie. Yeah, I do believe you're correct. I do think some films suit it. But I think overall, though, I want to watch an old movie on 4K and see all the weird shit you're not supposed to see. I kind of like that.
I think that's cool, too. Like, oh, I can see the wires. I know how they did that. That's
right,
cool.
right. Yeah. So I think really what it is that I just like to argue. I mean, let's be honest here. I just like to argue, so I'm always bickering with her.
And it's cool when you get something remastered like on 4K. And it still does stand up. Like I just watched Zombie on 4K, and
dude, how crazy good does that look?
The freaking effects in that movie are so awesome.
It's kind of annoying because they're badass. And you're like, wait a minute. They made this movie look this good when it was like the late 70s, early 80s. And you're like, they can't make a movie now that looks better than this. You're like, what are we doing?
Let me ask you a question. Maybe you won't know. Maybe you'll know the answer to this. Were zombies like, before that movie, were zombies like decaying like they were in that movie? Because when you watch like Dawn of the Dead and Night of the Living Dead, they look like just like people.
Like they look like
they're not like
they look like dehydrated people.
They're not like gooey and they're not like falling apart and like really.
That's a good question. I don't know that I can answer that correctly, but I can speculate that you're probably onto something with that. I think that's
one of the first ones.
Yeah, I'll say if it's not the first, it's one of the first. It's definitely one of the first that were done well.
Because it's definitely before Day of the Dead, which they did a lot more of that in Day of the Dead.
Yeah,
but
damn, you know what? I'm just gonna Google it now. I have to find out. Let's see.
I don't know that it's the first, but I feel like it's like one of the first that was like, these zombies are decaying. Like right now, they're falling apart.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, I feel like it was a leap forward for zombies.
Dude, I think you're right. That might be why it's so fucking good.
Yeah. Because
I'll be honest, dude, Night of the Living Dead and Dawn of the Dead are very boring to me.
Yeah.
Like, I like them. I respect them. I understand why they are as important as they are. Yeah, dude, they were just great.
Yeah.
Like, dude, we need you to look very dehydrated and sad. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they were just basically just makeup. They just put makeup on some people's faces.
Let's see.
I mean, honestly, the zombies in Dawn of the Dead look pretty bad. I was kind of disappointed when I watched that about how they looked. I like Night of the Living Dead better than Dawn of the Dead, personally.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I enjoyed that movie more. I was pretty
Um,
disappointed with Dawn of the Dead.
damn. I'll be honest, dude. I don't really like either of them.
Really?
I'd rather have the remake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I like the Dawn of the Dead remake
Yeah.
better too. But out of those two,
I guess out of those two, I think honestly with me, it's probably a coin flip. Like,
yeah,
I don't think I favor. Man, dude, Night of the Living Dead had a way better ending though, because it was so fucking sad. You're like,
Yeah.
damn, what a fucking bummer.
I just feel like that movie I was just more interested in that movie. Like, there's just so much downtime in Dawn of the Dead. I don't know.
No, you know what? I think you're right, dude. And I'm not finding it very easily. So I'll let's see.
What year was Zombie?
Shit.
Zombie.
This is the best part of a podcast is
79.
when you jump on a phone on screen. I love it.
Zombie or Zombie 2 or Zombie Flesh Eaters, whatever. It's 1979. What Dawn of the Dead was 78. So that's just a year later.
And it had that much advanced.
Dude, yeah.
That's a huge
That's
difference.
a year later.
And they were saying
Zombies,
it's like aren't they saying it's like a related film kind of? George A. Romero and
yeah,
Fulci
it's
were
like
like working together kind of on it.
it was an unofficial sequel. That's why it's called Zombie 2 in some places.
It's so weird.
Uh,
That shit drives me nuts.
because it's basically a bootleg, like a knockoff of Dawn of the Dead. But that's why there's so many different titles. It's Zombie 2, Zombie Flesh Eaters. It's got like 10 different titles in different places because they couldn't call it Zombie 2 and everywhere. I think Fulci made a Zombie 3 too, didn't he?
Wait, what?
I think he made a Zombie 3.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, the thing is when they have different names, it confuses you for additional sequels. If it was just one,
Yeah.
you could be like, all right, what's it called? Okay, but over here it's called this. But it's like, okay, this is called here. Over here it's called this because they have this over here. And you're like, son of a bitch, would you just call the fucking movie something else?
It's a lot of that with
Italian stuff does that a lot because they rebrand shit.
A lot of European, foreign stuff they do that.
Right? It's wild. All right, sorry.
Or even we were talking before we even got on here, Dead Alive. Overseas is called Brain Dead.
Oh yeah, dude.
The actual title
Man,
of the movie,
Dead Alive is awesome.
Peter Jackson, he refers to that movie as Brain Dead.
I wonder what mine's called.
That was a bootleg, right? Well, that's the
No, I got
DVD.
I got the official DVD. Dead Alive.
Chris made us a bootleg.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Of the Blu-ray.
Yeah. What was it called? Brain Dead.
No, I think he did Dead Alive.
I love making the boots. Dude, look, man. If anybody doesn't like bootlegs, y'all are tripping, man. When a movie's out of print and you're only gonna buy it used anyways, why not make a bootleg when it looks this fucking good? Are you kidding me? I'll take this
dope.
as long as I know it's a bootleg, so I can tell people it's a bootleg. Then I'm fucking a-okay. All you gotta do is look at the back of the disc.
Yeah,
It's clearly a bootleg. Shit's awesome. So thank you, Chris, for this badass shit.
it
I just
good too.
all I want to do is watch the damn movie, bro. I ain't selling this to nobody.
Supposedly we're gonna get 4Ks of this. Peter Jackson is restoring all his early movies right now.
Yo, does that include Bad Taste?
Yeah.
Let's go.
He's
Meet the
doing-
Feebles?
Yes. Yes.
Dude, those are so expensive on VHS. I just want them on 4K. I don't even care about VHS.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right, because you're over in the
Brain
UK.
Dead. Yeah. I think that's actually
A better movie.
title.
I mean, yeah, better title. Excuse me.
Yeah,
I
that's a
misspoke.
better title than Dead Alive. But yeah, I think I know he's doing at least the first 3. He's doing Bad Taste, Meet the Feebles, and Dead Alive. I think he might be doing another one too.
Dude, that's badass. I wish he would just go back to doing horror stuff
Yeah, I mean,
because he's so good at it.
he really hasn't done anything except documentaries lately.
That's
I think he just kind of does what he wants now.
I mean, you
He's
know,
got more money than God.
Yeah, how can you blame him? Man, I can't believe they call this the gory, or that they ever called this the goriest film. I guess it was kind of back then. I guess goriest film of all time. I just can't even imagine that being the case.
I mean, until the new Evil Dead, it had the most blood, most gallons of blood as any movie.
That's badass, by the way, sir. What the fuck is in your picture, by the way? What is this? Can you see my mouse?
The hex screw.
Why is that your photo? I've always wondered that.
He explained it to me one time. I forgot.
You know, it's just
it's just a common screw, I think.
I just meant to ask her like a year and a half ago, and I never did.
But like on Instagram, his name is like forget. It's something hex screw something or other.
Oh,
it's
a socket head cap screw.
Socket head cap screw. Yeah.
All right, Dallas Weiss, you can fuck right off, sir. It's just a bot, probably.
Bot?
Yeah.
Oh man, I like the sex bots.
Oh, it's a sex bot? Motherfucker. Is silly? I'm not playing. Dude, I'm so glad I don't have to use stuff that I thought of in high school. My shit would be like, fucking dick fart 2000. Like,
oh. Well, when we were doing Skype at first, well, I think Chris's username was like Tool fan or something.
Yeah, it was like I forgot about that. That's what made me think about that was Chris's old username.
That shit made me laugh.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's badass.
The good old days. I had some dumb usernames.
Oh, bro, that's exactly why I said that. I'm so glad I didn't have to keep up with those names because
I
would get canceled.
Instant Messenger, AIM.
Let's go.
All that shit. I definitely had some.
Actually, I don't think.
Oh, Mudvayne Tool.
Let's
420.
Go. Let's go.
That's just amazing.
People are so ridiculous. Hey, do you have this? Yes, I do. Where are you at, Katie? It's in Katie? Yes. Are you sure? Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm sitting right next to it. Like, no, you fucking idiot. Mudvayne Tool 420. Let's go. Come on, 420, dude. That's the best shit ever, man. I need to make you a shirt that says that. It maybe has like some Mudvayne Tool logo shit on it somewhere. Oh, I need to make a Spirit Box shirt today. Not Spirit Box, excuse me. Patch. Spirit Box. I haven't made my screens, dude. I've been slacking. I've been working hard on my channels. I haven't been doing that stuff as much as I need to. But it is what it is. If somebody really gets on my ass about it, I'll do it. Fucking.
Not today.
Right? Not today. Not today. All right, motherfuckers. I'm gonna get out of here. Josh has probably been wanting to leave for an hour, almost.
Yeah, I need to go.
All right, everybody. Hey, I'll be back on the other channel in a few hours, probably later this evening. But hey, thanks for hanging out with me for a little while. I love you, motherfuckers, so much, man. This channel is awesome, and I have a great time hanging out on it and doing all these live streams. And fuck you, Dallas Weiss. So, anyways, have a good day, everybody. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.